Hi, Aletha here with Create Your Future, and welcome to my video. I am so grateful you are here, and I'm looking forward to our time together. Just to let you know that Create Your Future is still giving away a free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything fast, and to also inform you that I have courses, but I've changed the pricing on each one of them. All of my courses now, every single one, is $50. And I have a new course out. It just came out this week, and it teaches you how to heal your pets and other people and yourself. So check that out. And again, the courses are all $50, a flat $50 for each one. Now my one-on-one coaching is 50% off the regular price. So the courses are a flat $50, and then the one-on-one coaching is 50% off the regular price. And I would love to work with you in coaching. So if you think we resonate, check it out, or schedule an appointment. All right, so I think it's also important to ask you to please, if this resonates with you, to share and like it, of course, and leave a comment. I love reading your comments. They're very supportive, very encouraging. And then also if you have a question, I love answering the questions, and I will do the best I can in a general way of answering your question. And if you need more in depth, of course, there's always a possibility of coaching where we can delve deeply into whatever your issue is and make sure that you manifest that perfectly. Okay, so all of that is available to you, and I would love you to leave a comment. That's always fun for me. I love reading them. All right, so now, what is our topic for today? It is declaring your preferred desire or experience that you want to have with authority. In other words, you're going to declare what you want, and you're going to do it with authority. And you're not going to let the 3D or some negative thought mess with you. You're going to live in that preferred vision as though it's already yours right now. And you're doing that with authority, right? You're choosing it, and you're going to stay there. No matter what's showing up in the 3D, you may not, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, what negative thoughts that are crossing your mind, you deny them and you say, this is who I am. If you want to be successful, I am successful. So no matter what's showing up in your current 3D reality, what you're going through, what pain you might be experiencing, you say to yourself, I am successful, and you live there. And you let all the 3D go. You let any negative thoughts that come to your mind. You say, nope, I am not doing that. I am successful. And your emotions, whatever emotion, if you're feeling negative emotions and you're sad and you're crying or you're upset or depressed, then you have to know that your thoughts are causing those emotions. Emotions are a product of our thoughts. So if you're having a negative thought, you're going to have a negative emotion. If you're having positive thoughts, you're going to have a positive emotion. If you're thinking, I am a failure and nothing ever works out for me, then you're going to feel sad and depressed and defeated. Those are negative emotions, and they're very low vibrationally. And they do manifest, by the way. If you keep staying in that, that's what you're seeing in your 3D, more of it showing up. And when you come into agreement with your 3D that is not what you want, you're going to get more of that. You cannot come into agreement with what's going on in your 3D, or that's negative, or that negative thought that's going through your mind. You cannot come into agreement with that, because then you are saying, okay, go ahead and manifest. And that's not what you want. You want the opposite. You want to be successful, and you want experiences that prove I am successful, right? All right, so you're going to let go of the 3D and the negative thinking that goes through your mind, and you're going to stay in the thought that you want to manifest. You're going to stay in that vision of what it is you want to manifest. You're going to dwell in it. You're going to live through it imaginally, because you have to understand that the 3D is a simulation. It is a hologram. It is an illusion. It is not real. It is a waste of time to become emotionally involved and attached to it. It's a waste of your time to entertain those thoughts and to entertain any kind of conversation with anyone or yourself that is not in alignment with what you want. It's a waste of time, and it's also prolonging whatever it is you desire to come into fruition, because you're not thinking, you're not dwelling in having, you're dwelling in not having. And so what does the universe do when all it does is mirror things back? It's going to mirror back you not having more of not having, as opposed to what your heart's really desiring consciously. But what we do is we give in to those emotions, and we are tricked by the conditioning that the 3D is the real true reality. It is not. Imagination is your true reality. So what? And then we've been told that imagine is just imagination. It's no big deal. It's not real. It's fantasy. It's pretend. That is not true. What is real is the imagination. It is the I amness in you. It is your power. And so let go of those thoughts that you have to see it, touch it, and feel it physically for it to be real. That's not true. What is true is what you see in your imagination. If you are saying, I am successful, then you're going to see yourself imaginally in a scene that's showing you success, that you are successful, that you're receiving an award for something wonderful that you have done. You are successful, or that you have a bank account that is overflowing with income, with money. You're successful financially, or you're with your SP and you're successful in love. And whatever it may be that you decide is success for you. You have to live from that state of consciousness and not get caught up in the idea that the 3D or those negative thoughts that pass through your mind are the true, real reality. They are not. What is, though, as I've said, is your imagination and your inner conversations that are in alignment with that. And it's also important that you do not speak that negative stuff to your friends and run to them and tell them all the negative things that are going on in your world, because what you've done is you've just created more of it, and it will show up, and it will prove to you. Your words will be proved to you. Stay in your I amness. Stay in your imagination, in your power, in your authority, and live from there, that I am successful. I may not see anything in my reality, 3D reality, that is anywhere near me being successful. But if I stay in that internal world of my imagination with my inner conversations, that I am successful, and I stay in that vision, that vision of me being successful, and declaring that within myself, it has to show up and it has to be mirrored back. And so I know when I look at the 3D right now and it's not showing me anything that my heart's desiring, all I have to say is it doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's a simulation. It's not real. It's a hologram. Why would I give my energy to that? What is real is what's going on inside of me, in my imagination, in my I amness, my power, my authority over everything, my consciousness. What I'm aware of shows up in my reality. So I'm going to be aware of being successful in whatever way that is, that I define that for myself. And that's what you need to do, to stay in that state of I amness, in that place of being aware that I am successful, and not worry about what's going on in your current 3D reality. And remember that if you let it go and you stay persistently in your new story, the one that you're telling yourself that I am successful, the one that you've imagined, because when you imagine it, you're really in you're in the 4D or the fourth dimension. That's the true reality. Not the 3D. The 3D is a reflection of your past thoughts. I told you, it's a simulation, a hologram, illusion. It's not real. But your imagination is real. It's the fourth dimension. It's your I amness. That is the real, true reality. And I just would encourage you, if you have trouble with that, to just walk around. Imagination is real. Imagination is the true reality. Say that over and over. Imagination is the true reality. Imagination is the true reality. Every time you get a thought in your mind that, well, no, the 3D is true. How can that be? No, the 3D is not real. What you just simply counter it with, imagination is the true reality. imagination is the true reality because it is my I amness. It is my power. It is my authority. It is my consciousness. It is what I'm aware of. And I have to be aware of it. So if you're paying attention to the 3D and you're getting caught up in it, what are you aware of? Because what we are aware of manifests. So if you're giving all your attention and your time and your energies to the 3D, and he said this, she said that, they did this, I feel this way, and it's all negative, that's your awareness, and it's going to manifest. You're going to get more of it. So stop and get back into your imagination. See yourself being successful or whatever it is your heart's desiring from the end of already having it, and live there. Neville Goddard tells the story of Abdullah and himself, and he wanted to go to Barbados. He did not have the money he needed for the passage, so Abdullah told him to go to every night before he goes to sleep to get really drowsy, close his eyes, and imagine he's in Barbados sleeping in his parents' bedroom or in his parents' house. And he did that for 2 weeks, and then he went to Abdullah and he said, oh my gosh, nothing's happening. It's been 2 weeks. And Abdullah said, I can't have this conversation with you because you're already in Barbados. So why are you talking to me like it didn't happen? You're there now. Because the imagination is real. So you gotta persist in it until it shows up. It will show up. We quit before it ever has the opportunity to show up. And then we get all convoluted in the 3D and then we screw it all up. Because, I mean, it's like, what do you want? The universe doesn't know what to it mirrors back your strongest, your most dominant thoughts and feelings. So if you're getting caught up emotionally in the 3D more than you are in the 4D, which is what your imagination is, then the most dominant, intense feelings are going to be the ones that feelings are a magnet, and they're going to pull into us whatever we are intensely feeling. So go into your imagination and intensely feel being whatever it is you want. That I am successful. Create a scene that shows you're successful. And live from there in your imagination. And don't let anything pull you out of there. Don't give your power away to something that is non-existent. That's an illusion. That's a simulation. Don't give your power to that. And don't give your power to other people who are saying this and saying that. They're only reflections of your thoughts being manifested, mirrored back to you. So what I did was I decided that I was going to give you some affirmations, and I have them all written down, and I just got to find the beginning of it. Here it is. And so I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to read them to you. Now, these apply to all kinds of things. You can adjust the words to fit your specific situation, but they are affirmations that can help you, encourage you, and keep you on track. And I just want to explain this too, that you have a declaration that I am successful, and you want to exert your authority. So in doing that, you use your imagination and you see yourself being successful. You live from the end of having that success now. And you feel that, and you walk around being that person. Now, what do you do when the negative thoughts come to your mind, or when the opposite is showing up in your 3D reality? You don't say, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this right. What's wrong? And I get all teary and I cry. No, you don't do that. You deny the 3D current circumstances that are opposing what you are saying internally. You deny all of those negative thoughts that come to you that say you might not be doing this right, or whatever they may say to you, and you live. So you deny them, you get rid of them. You say, oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm denying you. You don't exist. I'm choosing to stay in the declaration of my preferred reality, which is, in this case, I've said, I am successful. And then you embody that. And how do you embody it? Well, Neville Goddard tells another story where he is directed by Abdullah he still wants to go to Barbados, and he's still in the process of manifesting. He says, when you walk down the streets of New York City, you are externally walking down the streets of New York City, but internally, in your imagination, you are seeing Barbados streets. You are walking down the streets of Barbados. So when you can go through your day experiencing what's still in your 3D, that is that reflection of your past thoughts, while internally you are walking in the person that you truly are, which is what you've been imagining. I'm successful. So you may see all kinds of signs that prove your old thoughts that are proving that you're not successful, or you think they're proving you're not successful. But when you live internally from the state of consciousness that says, I am successful, while you're doing that, you look at the simulation in front of you and say, you're not real. I'm not worried about you. This is what's real. So internally, you go through your day seeing all the 3D stuff that's opposing your desire while you're living from the desire inside. So you're basically walking through your life, seeing what's going on around you, but you're not attaching to it emotionally or intellectually or anyway. You're letting it go. You're denying it. And you're working through it. Sometimes we have to do things, but you're not living that this is me, this is who I am. You're just dealing with what's in the 3D that you created from past thoughts. And while you're internally, literally living as that successful person. And pretty soon you will see that those internal thoughts from your imagination have to be pushed out and reflected back. You will see that proved to you that you are successful. But in the interim, it gives you courage and encouragement to keep going. Because if I'm thinking in my imagination that this is mine, I am successful, and I stay with that in my inner conversations and my outer conversations, and I live internally from that state of consciousness that I am being that successful person, then that has to be mirrored back. The universe mirrors our thoughts back to us. Whatever I'm aware of, it's going to mirror back. If I get caught up in the 3D, then I'm aware of it, and that's what's going to manifest. If I stay in my imagination and in my internal vision for the future, then that's what, and I'm conscious of that, then I'm aware of that, then that will be manifested, and it will be my next 3D reality. So let's just move into the intentions that I have for you. Instead of getting all caught up in the negative 3D or any of those negative thoughts, declare your preferred reality with authority. Now, these intentions are across the board, so you can apply them to whatever area of your life that you want, and they touch a couple different areas of life, and you change the words to be specific to your needs. Okay? All right, here we go. I am perfection. That's a truth. I am perfection. I am perfect health. I am healing more and more every day. I am divinely healthy. Every day, I am surrounded by love because I am love itself. I am the man or the woman whose SP loves them and is committed to me forever. I am all there is. Consciousness. There's nothing else but consciousness. I am always chosen. I am everyone's first priority above all else and over everyone else. No one is better than me. It's your consciousness. No one's better than you. No one compares to me. It's your consciousness. No one compares to you. It's okay. I am the only one in control of my reality. Yes, absolutely. It is your quantum bubble consciousness. And that's true. So if you don't like what you're seeing out there in the 3D or the thoughts that are going through your mind, stop it, because you're the one creating it. You are in control. I am the center of my reality. Absolutely. I am the source of my reality, totally and completely. Therefore, I select what I choose to experience, my preferred reality. And I do it with authority. I always expect the best. Why not? It's your reality. Every day, my wealth is increasing with great abundance. That house is mine. That car is mine. I am already the person I desire to be. You live from that state of consciousness, and whatever that desire is has to mirror back to you. I am now experiencing the life of my wildest and most desired dreams. Awareness is what manifests, and that is absolutely true. What am I aware of? Who am I being? I am always consciously aware of my thoughts and who I am being. You've got to be aware of it. I have an awareness of achieving, receiving abundance and all the desires of my heart. People love working with me because I am the most passionate person, and I am also the most qualified. No one does the job better than me because I have the greatest amount of passion for the work. Everything I touch turns to gold. Every day my wealth is increasing, and I am so grateful. I always have more than enough of everything. All my needs are always taken care of. I am always well cared for and protected. I now have everything and everyone I desire in my life. I have it right now. Today is the best day of my life. Today I am open and receiving experiences of greatness and love. I am joy. I am peace. I am love. I am loved. I am valued. I am respected. I am living a blissful life. I am living a heaven on earth life. I am always dwelling in or embodying all of my desires as though they are completely fulfilled. I am all that there is because all that exists is a reflection of me. I am that powerful, and I am awesome. I stay in calmness, serenity, peace, well, I'm relaxed, no matter what shows up in my 3D reality. I only focus on what I want to experience. I stay indifferent to the 3D or any negative thoughts that cross my mind. I leave them alone, and I focus only on what I do want to experience. When I focus on my desires as though they're already fulfilled, the outside world must reflect it back to me. The universe is a mirror. It reflects. So as long as you're dwelling in your inner I amness, your imagination, your authority, your power, and as long as you're choosing to stay in that state of consciousness that I am successful, that I am whatever it is your heart's desiring, and you see yourself in your imagination being that, and you live from that, it must be reflected back to you. The universe only mirrors back to us what we put out there. So put out your best. Put out having everything your heart desires. Put out being successful or whatever it is your heart's desiring. And it will be reflected back to you. It has to, because the universe mirrors. That's why it's so important to stop dabbling in the 3D. Stop thinking it's real. Stop allowing it to affect you emotionally, and throw it away whenever it comes up, or walk through the 3D knowing internally this is the true reality. This is my I amness. This is my imagination. And what imagination is the true reality? Because it's the I amness. It's my consciousness. It's my awareness. And that's what gets pushed out and then reflected back. Not the 3D is just an illusion. So you're going to live there. So remember the following. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Sorry. The following is this. You are in control of everything. There's no ands, if, or buts about that. You are the one in control. No one else and nothing else is controlling you unless you give them that power. You can allow the 3D to control you and produce more and more of what you do not want. You can allow other people, give them power that he said this and she said that, and you know the whole story. Don't do that. You're in control. If they say they don't love you, they don't have any power. Just simply say they love me. You deny what they said, the negative stuff, and you live from, they love me, and they adore me. They're passionate about me. And you stay in that state of consciousness. Because it's just you. It's your consciousness. You're the only one in the room. It's just your consciousness, and everybody else is a player in your consciousness, and they all have to conform to your thoughts. So you tell them what to do, not the other way around. Be consciously aware of your thoughts and imaginal scenes. Live in a conscious state of selecting what you choose to experience. And don't let happenstance happen by falling into the trap of thinking the 3D is real when it's not. So, whatever you think, it has to be in alignment with whatever you want. to manifest, totally. And you have to persist in that. So we're going to, how do we do that? When the 3D shows up and you don't like it, or you have negative thoughts, you deny those and immediately you say, it's not truth. The truth is, I am successful. You choose that. So you're going to deny what's showing up that you don't want to experience. You're going to choose to stay in what you do want to experience, which is, I am successful for this example. And then you're going to be it. And that's where you use your imagination and see yourself being it from the end of already having it with all the accolades. And you feel those feelings. That's how you do it. And it must be pushed out and reflected back. You're the projector. What you think comes out of the projection machine. It shines on the screen of life or reality or space, and then it is reflected back to you, and you've got to deal with it. So let's make it a movie, a reflection back of what you do want, right? As opposed to all the negative things that could be. So you're going to declare with authority that I am this. And you're going to deny anything that says the opposite. You're going to choose to stay I am this. And you're going to be it using your imagination and feeling the feelings of having it from the end of already having it, because it's yours now. Truly is, that's the real reality, internal, your imagination. It is your I am this. Thank you for staying with me on this video. Appreciate that. Blessings.